And they did bleep it, and I knew they would, so I pointed when I said it. So I won. Good advice there, isn't it? From the Eagles. Take it easy. Sometimes I want to say that, just I swear. Someone sort of out there was really angry about something. I'll go, take it easy. Don't worry about it. How are you? I've got my first sort of official job tomorrow in public. It's all right. It's a voiceover for a film, so I'm by myself in a booth. Don't think it's much safer than that. It's Blazing Samurai, a cartoon version of sort of Blazing Saddles, but with cats. Here's to cats. Cheers. Oh, here's to Brewdog. Last week, I sort of accidentally invented a new form of I sort of fused sort of advertising with charity, whereby I tell the truth about a product for no money, and they, if they want, give some money to charity, and they did. Brewdog, they said thanks for the shout out, and they gave cash to a few little dog charities here and there, and it's not the end of it. I won't say anything at the moment, but they're great. They're really good. I also found out they already give a lot to charity. They're just a great company by the look of it. But there might be more to come. So I'll think of another product to do that with. And again, right, when I was doing it, you remember last week I said, oh, I've heard about these things, like the Kardashians get thousands of pounds for doing things. And I've been offered those. Now I thought I want it to be real. What the papers picked up from that was Ricky Gervais slams the Kardashians. Like a lovely, positive thing. Or I didn't slam them at all. I said they're welcome to it. I just don't. I feel that when I say I'm telling the truth about something, I want to do that. I do things for money. There's nothing wrong with doing things for money. I even said I'd do an advert because everyone knows that. What I don't do is pretend to tweet something for money without telling you the truth. That's all I said. I wasn't slamming anyone. I think it worked. I think it's a great idea that I'd say things that I like, and if the company like that, then they could give a bit to charities. It's like I don't know. It's capitalism without pure greed, I guess. But I'm not saying anyone. Anyway, cheers to Brewdog. Give some more money. Give some more money to some dogs. All right, this is his question. My trouble is, I actually think it's a dog. I mean, he is a dog. He exists, but I think that this is him. Rupert, right? Rupert the dog. Where the dog? He's a fat Jack Russell. We've been through this. Right, this is his question. You've had a freak hang gliding accident, so specific, right, and lost both your arms. What a waste of time this is. I suppose that's the point, isn't it? It really is the best, honestly. Remember, I'm not getting paid for this. What's this? Alex, you often advise aspiring artists to write about what they know. Was this also your philosophy while writing music in your early years? And if not, do you think it would have benefited your musical career to do this? Yes, exactly, it would. I sort of wrote about what I knew, but when you're 18, 19, you want to be clever, don't you? So it was sort of pretentious, and I thought I was putting Keats to disco. I think the big mistake that I wanted to be a pop star, I should have wanted to be a musician. And so I took that lesson, that failure, with me when I decided to do this, and I wanted to be a writer-director, not a film star, or do you know what I mean? So I think that's the lesson. But yeah, write about what you know. That doesn't mean a subject you're brilliant at. It means write about something you mean, almost. And that doesn't mean it has to be your true thoughts and feelings. It means you've got to mean it. You've got to want to do it. You got to get something off your chest. Right? Get something off your chest. I think that's it, particularly in comedy. If you're walking around thinking something, it's probably good. It's probably unless you're mental, and you might be a genius. You might be mental and a genius. Try it. See what happens. Irish Hugh says, "Who gave you the go-ahead for the speech at the Globes?" NBC. They're lawyers. I always I've heard that other presenters have like 20 writers for weeks. I turn up with a scrap of paper, and I go, "I want to do this." I've done that every time. They've looked at it every time with lawyers, and they've said, "Yeah, that's fine." Because I've usually done the research. I usually make sure something I say is either, it would pass for satire, or it's true, or it's obviously not true. It's stupid, or it's my opinion. And I go after people's public behaviours, things that have actually happened. Things they worry about more. I don't lie about anyone or break the law, and things they worry about more is language. I think that would be the thing, which is fine. I even tell them a couple of times where I've wanted to swear when I'm going to do it, and they've got a little delay and they bleep it. Some I don't tell them, but keeps them on their toes. I told you that the thing when I did the thing about the joke about cats when I start off. The world got to see James Corden as a fat. He was also in the movie Cats. The reviews. One said, "This is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs." Then I go on, I say, Dame Judi Dench defended the movie, saying it was the role she was born to play because she likes nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg, and licking her own meat. And the little meeting before, when there was sort of like 15 people in the room, execs and lawyers, that's the thing they were about, the word minge. I was going, it's fine. It's fine. And then someone looked up and went, oh, it says British term, vulgar term for... Well, of course it's a vulgar term for... What word isn't a euphemism, isn't... I said, what can I say? And the lawyer went, that's worse to say, to make it so real and medical and like I actually mean it. No, minge is funny, it's stupid, it's childish. It shows I'm just being... And they worried about that. And we went through lots of words, right, that I could say. I was going, I'm not saying that. Like worse. Like I said that they would know quim. I'm not going to say quim. Ow, right? It's just meant to be a little playful, silly joke, right? Anyway, eventually they agreed that I could say minge. The point was that I wanted to say it unbleeped because it doesn't work as well if you have to bleep it. Because people go, what did he say? And they said, yeah, okay, we're fine, we'll bleep it. And they did bleep it, and I knew they would, so I pointed when I said it. So I won. After I got home, I told Jane all about it. She went, oh, you should have said clunge. Of course I should have said clunge. Clunge is perfect, isn't it? Great. Fiona says, are you going to do a bit of mass this week? Oh yeah, I said I'd do a bit of Bible reading, didn't I? For a laugh. I should read the bits. If I read the mad bits, I should read the good bits and sort of go, well, I sort of agree with that because there are good bits and bad bits. And my point is, good Christians know the good bits from the bad bits, don't they? And I sort of say to them, well, if you know the good bits from the bad bits, you don't need the book. You're already good, right? So, one that comes up now and again that I think that is one of my favourite bits from the Bible is that let he amongst you who is without sin cast the first stone. People need reminding of that, particularly on Twitter. Oh my God, people are so judgmental. Oh my God, people say the wrong thing. They can say 50 brilliant things and then one thing that people know, you're out. No, he said, we agreed with 50 of them, but that one, no, you're out. Everyone's different. Everyone's a mix. Take the rough with the smooth. Most people or all right. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? A little bit of Bible. Sean Morgan says, why bother? That's the question. I'm struggling to get an answer. Now, does he mean why bother doing this? Right? Because that's obviously a reply to my, I'm doing a live broadcast, any questions? Does he mean why bother? Right? Which is a very good question. Or does he mean life in general? Which is another good question. Well, bother, you're here. Make the most of it. You know what I mean? People take the why are we here as the why should we stick around? Well, that's not the same, is it? Why are we here? We are. We're 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 1 millionth in a long line of creatures that survived. We're here. We haven't got long. Make the most of it. Do things you like. I've never understood that. But what's the point? If you're going to eventually die and there's no afterlife, why live? Well, because it's 4 trillion to 1 chance that you are around. Make the most of it. And then go back to not existing. It's not the other choice. Yeah. I talked about this in Afterlife when Kath says, well, if there's no point, why don't you just kill yourself? You just stop now. Which is ludicrous. That's like saying, the metaphor I used was it's like watching a film that you really love and going, oh, it's going to end soon. Might as well finish it now. No point. This is all we've got. Enjoy it. It's amazing. And then you go back to not existing. Enjoy it. Chris Pilgrim says, do you regret anything you've done? Well, the quick answer is no, because it sort of doesn't make sense to. I can understand. I haven't done anything that bad. I haven't killed anyone, right? Which I'm sure if you kill someone, you probably regret it. But little things like failures, or that I always think that. Do you mean if I could erase something and everything be the same? Well, maybe I'd go back and go, oh, wish I'd have flossed more, my teeth. But all those things that you did that you think, oh, I could have done that better, you did. Making mistakes is learning. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that I wish I'd go back and just do everything perfect first time. Well, life's not like that. All of the bad things that happened that were, oh, why did I do that, right? They led to something good, and it wouldn't have been the same. If you like what you've got now, well, everything you did led up to that point. And anything you change, you'd be at a different point. So it doesn't really make sense. All you got to do is just keep trying and keep getting better. As I said before, if you're always trying, you can't fail. Because if someone says you failed, you go, I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet. Life is learning. Mistakes are valuable. Ricky Rampage says, Angels with Dirty Faces is a top film suggestion of yours. Thanks for recommending it. Are there any other films, series you can name which have positively encouraged or influenced any of your writings in the past? Loads. That was, I think, a website, IMDb or Oscars or something, tweeted what's the best ending, without spoilers, the best ending to a movie. And I said, Angels with Dirty Faces. In fact, I used a bit of the ending in The Office and sort of disguised it a little bit. I can't tell you about it because it'll ruin what I did and what the ending is. But anyway, it's an amazing film. It's an amazing film. It's about morality and luck and the hand of doubt and what you do with it. It's an incredible film. Others, yeah, loads of films. The Apartment had an effect on my work and writing. The ending of that, where it doesn't end in a kiss and a wedding and they lived happily ever after, when she just says, shut up and deal. I've always tried to do something like that. Like in Ghost Town, when she says, it hurts when I smile, or Invention of Lying, I want fat little snub-nosed kids, I'm your man, or whatever. I've always tried to do it like a bit of hope as opposed to and they all lived happily ever after. So that was a big influence. But so many. Oh, I've talked about a couple of albums as well in lockdown that have become the albums of lockdown, and they weren't released during lockdown, but I sort of either rediscovered them or played them more than any other thing. There's two albums. This Sufjan Stevens, Carrie and Lowell. Every track is great, interesting, beautiful. It's just a perfect album, and I used one of the tracks on Afterlife 2, The Only Thing, the end of Afterlife 2, and this one, Buckingham Nicks. So I mean, don't even bother trying to get hold of that. It's nearly impossible. Jane got this on an import from Europe. It's really expensive, and I just there's not many of them, but you can listen to it on YouTube or try. But be warned, it's rare. But yeah, well, oh look, I could recommend these. I'm always eating these, and they're vegan protein crisps, and I do it instead of snacking. This is why I'm so ripped. This is why I look fantastic. No, they're really good. So you get like a nice big hit of protein, like 8 grams for 150 calories. You compare that to normal, and they're as tasty as normal. They are, look. So I haven't been paid to do this. They don't even know I'm going to make some. They don't even know I buy them, this company. I don't even know what the company's called. But if anyone from this company is listening, give some money to a dog charity. Is it called UFit? Is that the company? UFit Crunchers, popped protein chips. Oh, they might be American. That doesn't matter, does it? What I meant is I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. Look, if you own this company, this is a free advert, right? Give some money to charity or not. Either way, they're brilliant. Thanks, everyone. So, cheers, everyone. Tatty bye. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye.